So how we are going to start here is, first we have to calculate revenue based on the details given about the number of products sold into price per product. For the first year, how many products have been sold? 5,000 into 5. Enter. Then again for the second year it is 5,500 into 5. Then again is equal to 6,500 into 5. Again, fourth year is 8,000 or fifth year is 8,000? 8,000 into 5. Then 10,000 into 5. So 10,000 into 5. Enter. So this is how you're going to record the revenue. So the discount, they will give you the percentage, but you're supposed to calculate on gross revenue. What is the percentage of discount given? So is equal to, select this 25,000 into 5%, enter. Then that. Okay. How do you calculate the net revenue here? Is equal to gross revenue minus discounts. Enter. Drag again. Okay. Now the cost of goods sold is, this is how we calculate net revenue. Now the next portion is calculating our cost of goods sold. And the cost of goods sold for raw materials also, they would have given you some assumptions. What are those assumptions? Can you please check on the assumptions? 30% of raw material. 30% of what? As a revenue? 30% of sales. Which sales it is? 5,500. Yeah, so is equal to, see, raw materials to be calculated as 30% of gross revenue. So is equal to, select this gross revenue into 30%. You will get this answer. Same answer, you can drag it. Okay. Next comes your fulfillment. Fulfillment, again we have to calculate on gross revenue. So what is the percentage of fulfillment? So is equal to, select this gross revenue into 7%, enter. Now you can drag this also. Same thing with transaction fee. What is the percentage of transaction fee? 2% on gross revenue. Select gross revenue, that is 25,000 into 2%, enter. You will get this answer. Then drag. After that, how do you calculate total cost of goods sold? Open the sum is equal to sum, open the bracket, select all the three, close the bracket, enter. Drag it. You will get your total cost of goods sold. Now how to calculate gross profit? Gross profit is nothing but net revenue minus total cost of goods sold. Then you will get this as your gross profit. Then how do you calculate gross profit? Margin is nothing but is equal to gross profit divided by net revenue. You will get gross profit margin. Drag it. Simple. Next comes our operating expenses. How do we calculate operating expenses? The assumption, they would have given the assumption based on the assumption. So according to assumption, how much percentage labor we have to calculate? 50. On what? On revenue. Revenue only they have given. So is equal to, select this revenue into 15%. Enter. You'll get this answer. Then drag. Marketing, 5%. Again is equal to, select gross revenue into 5%, enter. Done. Next comes your SGA and others. How much it is? 5%. Again select this into 5%, enter. Select gross revenue into 5%, enter. Done. Now you will get total operating expenses is equal to sum, open the bracket, select all the operating expenses from labor to SGA and others, close the bracket, enter. Till here we can do very clearly. Now for calculating depreciation, we should calculate under fixed assets. Where is the fixed asset column? Here. This is our question for fixed assets. This is our question for fixed assets. I am copy pasting it, but you can directly do this. Okay. This is how the question will be given. I have already taught you how to calculate this, right?
Yes, yes.
Once again, I am repeating here. Here it is very simple. They have given you existing equipment value also. We have to keep like this only. So here how to calculate depreciation for furniture? So is equal to select this furniture divided by life of the asset. But you should lock everywhere. You know how to lock in laptop, how to lock in desktop also, no? So select and then
F4.
F4. When you lock this, you can enter. So what is the life here? 3 years. So we have to drag up till 3 years. So I'm dragging till 3 years, third year. Till third year, you cannot see any other capex. But fourth year, there is a new purchase. So again, we have to repeat the same formula for fourth year is equal to select this divided by life of asset. Then you have to log the cells. You know how to log the cells? $sign before and after the alphabets. You got this? Now here we can continue for next year also. Because 3 years there is a life now. So now we have calculated depreciation for furniture. Same way you can calculate for machinery. Machinery they have purchased in 1 year 2022, but they have not purchased anything further. So we can directly drag this, log the cells, and the life of machinery is 7 years, but we want only for 5 years. So we can directly drag it for next 4 years. So is equal to select this 3000 divided by this, log the cells, enter. You've got this. Next, vehicle also the same thing you're going to do because there are no further purchases for vehicle. So select, lock. If continuous purchases are there, you know how to do it now. I've taught you in other sum. Got it now? Now how you are going to sum is equal to sum, open the bracket, select all the 4, close the bracket, enter. You got this depreciation. Now the same depreciation, how you are going to transfer here is press is equal to, go to the sheet, select this first item, see how it will be written, fixed assets column. So if we get here, it will be like this. Got it? How to calculate depreciation here. So now what you are going to do? How are we going to calculate this EBITDA? We are going to assume that depreciation and amortization has been included in this activity, SGA and others. So how we are going to calculate EBITDA is EBITDA is equal to gross profit minus total operating expenses. You will get this EBITDA. Okay. So after this, we are supposed to calculate EBIT. So how are you going to calculate this EBIT is equal to this EBIT equal to select this EBITDA minus this depreciation and amortization, you will get EBIT. Okay. Then you can drag it. Done. So now how to calculate this interest expense? For this also they would have given you some assumptions. I myself will do it here. You can see calculation of, I will make another sheet, calculation of interest, or I will do it here only. Calculation of interest. In order to calculate interest, they would have given you some information. What is that information? I will directly copy, but you have to do it, okay? In balance sheet, it will be interest details.
Net borrowing.
Yes. It is related to balance sheet. So we will leave it like that only. When we are calculating interest in the balance sheet column, then we will come here. So here interest column, we will leave it like that. EBT, what we will do is equal to EBIT minus this interest. Enter. You will get this amount, but you have to again mention this interest. See how you can calculate interest means they themselves would have given you the question saying that 10,000 is your debt on the first year. So they are repaying 500 every year. So after repayment, whatever the amount they get, we are going to calculate that only as our interest. Yes, interest payment, not debt payment, interest payment. So here I will make this kind of columns wherein they have given you debt. What was the balance debt for the first year is 10,000. They repaid 500 rupees. So balance left out will be this plus net borrowings minus debt repayment. If you sit back and neatly check, then you will understand. 10,000 was with us, 5,000 we repaid. Then we got 9,500. I have also added net borrowings here. In the sense, it was there, 10,000 was there with us. Anything we would have borrowed, we will add. Anything we repaid, we will minus. So this I will drag it. You will not get the answer, proper answer, because here there is no amount carried. So what you have to do? Here you have to carry. See, the previous year closing balance will be next year opening balance. So I am moving this 9,500 here by the help of formula. That's nothing but is equal to select this 9,500 and enter. Same thing you can enter here also. Now you will get the balances. So here the interest payment will be calculated on net balance of debt into percentage of interest. Then you got this answer 665. As an interest payment for first year, 630 for second year, 928 for third year, 875 and 823. See what I did? Total debt balance plus net borrowings minus debt repayment will be your total balance debt. On that I am calculating 7% interest you get. So I will manually type here 665, then 630, then 928, then you've got 875, 823. Here you can see 5,000 is added, even that has been included in this. So now I have added all the expense. After adding all the expense, how do we calculate EBT is nothing but is equal to EBIT minus interest. You will get EBT. Then drag it. Tax, they themselves would have given the percentage. What is the percentage of tax given?
21%.
So is equal to select this EBT into 20 percentage.
21.
21. Okay, so I'll make it as 21%. Enter. Done. Then how do you calculate net income? Is equal to EBT minus tax. You will get this as net income. Now you got this as net income. So now we are going to calculate percentage, net revenue percentage. So how you are going to calculate this net income percentage as a percentage of net revenue? So what you are going to do? Okay, fine. So as a is equal to select this net income divided by your gross revenue, enter. Then you will get the percentage of net income. This is how you are going to prepare the income statement. Okay.